Hey, what's up guys? Justin from Out of the Basement here, and today we're going to be doing another Star Wars The Black Series 6-inch action figure review. Today we're going to be taking a look at one of the new Legends comics figures that got released for the 50th anniversary of Lucasfilm. Today we're going to be taking a look at CARNOR JAX. Of course, we all know it is KIR KANOs. It was, classic Hasbro packaging mistake calling it CARNOR JAX, but it is indeed KIR KANOS. Of course, from Star Wars Crimson Empire. For those that didn't catch on, this is Crimson Empire 3. And yeah, these packages look awesome for all of these new comic Legends figures that they've been doing. Of course, you got the 50th Lucasfilm down there. It says CARNOR JAX, wrong character. Who knows, maybe 40 years from now this will be worth a lot of money. You got this like burning fire of the Imperial logo. You got some Royal Guards. You got KIR right there with that nice purple, subtle purple. And on the sides, if it shows up, you actually get some like panel art from the comic series. Continues on the bottom as well as the top. So that's pretty cool. The package, of course, opens like a book to unveil beautiful figure on the inside. Got the Black Series logo up here. You got the wrong name down here. You have this image, and we have a read-up. If you'd like to read it, go ahead and pause it there. Before we get into the figure, let's take a look at the accessories. You do get this blaster that already comes in the holster. It is the small Imperial black blaster that came with the Scout Troopers and the other Royal Guards. It is so small it's kind of hard to get a focus, but there's actually some pretty cool molded detail in there, and it's not just a hunk of gray plastic, it's a hunk of black. And when it comes to a hunk of gray or black, I'd rather have a hunk of black. I think black plastic just works better on most blasters instead of gray. And then you get this double-bladed staff thing, which look at this handle. There's some actual like nice little grippy material on there that has very nice molding. I actually really like the grippy material. Standard gray for the blades on each side, but it's molded well. There's a variety of paint, and yeah, I like this handle. And here is KIR KANOS out of the packaging, and he looks pretty darn dope. I mean, you guys knew exactly what you were getting when purchasing this figure. It's a Royal Guard with a really nice, flashy purple cape, a little bit of different paint, and a different weapon. But I gotta say, even with the reuse, this guy looks pretty damn good. Let's take a closer look at the detail. So as you guys probably already know, this figure is pretty much reuse from the Royal Guard. The head, all of the armor underneath, but this armor is still really cool. For a quick point of reference, this is the Royal Guard, just the regular Black Series version, so it is the same body and everything. But with this, of course, being the character from Crimson Empire, you're going to get a little bit of variety with this paint. Mainly, you're going to get a lot of black down here on like the under the armor, leathery parts of the suit. The armor itself is really dope. We've always loved the Royal Guard and how they went the extra mile and they put all of this really cool armor underneath. Really like these shin guards. And I really like how there's kind of a contrast between high gloss and low gloss all over this figure. We'll take a look at this cape, don't worry, but just wanted to show off how fantastic this paint looks if you just add a little bit of black, add a little bit of purple. And I like these, like, there's different shades of red for the stripe down here compared to like the red found on the other parts. That red actually goes all the way up because this armor, you can see how it's like strapped to the torso. This has always been a great mold. I mean, I don't want to go too in detail because we've had this mold forever. You guys know exactly what you're getting. Holster works perfectly. This is the best part about this figure, this purple reflective cape. I remember when I was watching the review from A Dude's Nerdery and I just fell in love with this cape. I was like, I need to get this figure. I mean, just look at this purple poppin' prickly pear cape. Going over articulation real quick of this body that we have had absolutely forever. You're going to be very hindered on the head, just because it's a Royal Guard head. That just has to do with the trooper design. Can't really have you go full rotating or anything like that. Also, subtle detail. I love how the cape is wedged in with the under the helmet piece here, because if you wanted to, you can have it droop over his arms like that, as you can see this little piece of the helmet, or you can pull this back to pretty much reveal, you know, have it behind him and reveal that purple. So depending on how you want to display the figure, you can pull that up or you can pull it back. Really nice feature. You actually might still have that dumbbell joint head in there. Just really tough. Can't really look. No, that's pretty much just looking forward to me. And that's how far you can look down. You do not really get any amount of tilt. The arms, even with the cape, can rotate all the way around. It can go back really far. The shoulder blade does not hinder the articulation, even with the cape. And you can kind of see a little bit more like how that is tucked in there. The lower arm rotates, bends at the elbow, about a perfect 90-degree angle. Also got that cut, of course, at the lower arm. The hand, this one is more of a gripping hand, rotates all the way around. And both of these hands are actually vertical hinge hands. This hand is more of like a pointing slash trigger finger hand. I don't know if mine is just really loosely molded, but I don't know if this is pointing or if this is the trigger or if it's supposed to be like more closed than it is. Let me know in the comments down below if yours kind of looks like that as well. At the mid section, you have this like mid cut right in between these armor plates. So you can crunch about that far back and about that far forward without using the legs. But of course, you can also get a small amount of tilt, an ever so slight amount of rotation. If you utilize the legs, still standing, you can go down about that far. And about that far back. For the legs, you got that nice amount of kick out. You can kick back about that far without having to sort of rotate the leg and make it go like that. That, of course, looks awkward. Upper thigh rotation, double jointed knees. There is no boot cut, but the feet go that far down, that far up, and of course you have nice ankle pivot. Like I said earlier, I knew this was going to be somewhat of a shorter review because this is a figure that we've technically, you know, had in the line for a very long time by now. Everybody knows the articulation, everyone knows the detail. Regardless, we're still going to go and make some comparisons, and I do want to say, this is a fantastic figure, I don't care. I mean, just look at that purple cape. I think the purple cape just, it does it all for me. Here is that Coruscant Senate Guard figure from that Guard 4-pack. And yes, same exact figure underneath. The regular Royal Guard from Return of the Jedi, which you may notice some paint variety. This looks like a much brighter red over here on the helmet. But I think that may just be, I don't know, what do you guys think? It's definitely different paint. I don't think it's just because this figure is older and it's been, you know, out all this time. I know, like, these bits here are different. That may even be a different paint job on the chest. This might be a brighter, vibrant red than the Royal Guard. Then we have the Shadow Guard and the Imperial Stormtrooper. And yeah, guys, you know me, you know I'm a sucker for this kind of stuff, so I just absolutely love this figure. It's a bit outdated. I would have liked if they had butterfly joints or maybe just tweaked the Royal Guard body just a little bit to get some better articulation out of the guy. But at the end of the day, he looks incredible. It's just a nice variation of the Guard body that we already have. And now, you know, it's a beloved character from some Legends comic books. And look at him. I mean, just look at that purple. He looks like a rock star playing guitar. It doesn't even look like the double-bladed sword thing. He needs a guitar. It is simply satisfying to look at. So if you are the type of collector that doesn't mind the egregious reuse And, you know, this is definitely kind of a budget figure from Hasbro's part. You know, it just depends on what kind of collector you are, if you're into that sort of stuff. I really like it. I know Nate is going to love his copy once he gets his. You know, I can't rave about a figure like this and say you absolutely need it for the collection and to go out and get it at all costs. I'm not going to rate it that high, but if you're simply into this sort of deep cut, weird, late 90s, cheesy Star Wars kind of stuff, and you just like the color purple, then I say go ahead and pick this one up. I'm satisfied with it. I think it looks incredibly dope. As always, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Do you plan on picking this guy up? Did you already get it? How do you like it? What do you think about it just based off of my review? Anything at all, let me know in the comments down below. Of course, don't forget to like and subscribe. Really helps out the channel. I'm Justin from Out of the Basement, and we will see you guys next time.